Iran's supreme leader says he supports negotiations.
That's Donald Trump running away from the press right there in the White House. He was asked questions about the memorandum of understanding with Iran, whether negotiations will indeed be taking place on Friday in Switzerland, or if those are going to be called off after the latest Israeli strikes inside Lebanon. As you see, Donald Trump refused to answer the questions of the press. This press conference inside the White House follows Donald Trump's disastrous trip to France for the G7. There were obviously lots of concerns about Donald Trump's cognitive and physical deterioration there. Inside the White House, Donald Trump was giving out Congressional Medal of Honors. Donald Trump showed up about an hour late to this press conference inside the White House. So you can see right here, the music was just continuing to play as Donald Trump made all of the Congressional Medal of Honor recipients wait for him. Watch what happened over here. Let's play this clip. Then Donald Trump arrives and he said that he should be the one receiving the Congressional Medal of Honor. I want to give it to myself, he said, but I was informed I couldn't. Now, Donald Trump isn't joking right here. The room didn't find this funny in any way. And we know that Donald Trump has previously demeaned the Congressional Medal of Honor and said that it is not as good as the Presidential Medal of Honors that he gives to civilians, because you're not injured or hurt or killed during war. Remember he previously said the room did not find Donald Trump funny. They went silent. I'll show you what took place moments ago. Let's play it.
Military distinction, the Congressional Medal of Honor. I wanted to give it to myself, but I was informed I couldn't do it, and I couldn't find anything where I was actually worthy. So here we are. You understand that? But today we present this award. It's greatest of awards to 3 new recipients.
But what Donald Trump really wanted to talk to everybody about was the stock market. And he said, everybody see, the stock market just hit an all-time high. We're pumping up the market, everybody. And again, you'll see total silence from the audience right now. Let's play this clip.
I do want to say, though, the stock market just hit a new all-time high. The 401ks just hit a new all-time high. And oil is dropping like a rock. Other than that, it's another day in paradise.
Then Donald Trump is talking about some of the tragic stories of individuals who were killed during war, making the ultimate sacrifice for our country. And Donald Trump describes a commanding officer who died tragically. And Donald Trump, again, he's like almost trying to make light of it. I'll let you listen to it for yourself. Let's play it.
Life is life. His commanding officer, who was his biggest fan, was tragically killed before the paperwork was signed. That's a bad break, but now you're doing it. Maybe this is better. You had to wait a little while, didn't you, huh? Jim, the nation kept you waiting far too long. So I say to you, congratulations. You made it. Thank you. Congratulations.
Then it seemed that throughout the speech, I'm not going to play many clips like this because you'll get the point, but it seemed once again that he was passing gas while speaking. We saw a lot of this when he was in France as well. Let's play it.
Had that as North Vietnamese forces served.
Then, as Aaron Rupert says, Donald Trump reads the word deceased like it's actually the name of the Medal of Honor recipient. Let's play it.
List of awards to 3 new recipients. Marine Corps Major James Capers, Marine Corps Colonel John W. Ripley, deceased, and Army Major Nicholas Dockery.
More of Donald Trump struggling to read right here. Let's play it.
Sending Jim into a tree, ripping open his abdomen and breaking his leg, badly broken leg.
Trump then says that Pete Hegseth, the Secretary of War, will be having some more good victories soon. He's going to have a lot of more victories. Again, very sickening stuff right here, especially after the surrender to Iran. Let's play this clip.
And Army Major Nicholas Dockery. Thank you. We're pleased to be joined on this occasion by the Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth, and he's had some good victories lately, I will tell you. He's going to have a lot more. Ambassador to the United Nations, Mike Waltz. Mike, thank you.
By the way, Wikipedia now has officially listed the result of the 2026 Iran war as Iranian victory. Pretty obvious that that's what took place. The Department of War social media accounts have been posting things like this. Give the enemy nightmares, no hesitation, no mercy, overwhelming lethality. Then there's a community note. They gave the enemy $300 billion instead. I'll show you over here. Donald Trump then tries to tie the Congressional Medal of Honor, and he really struggles to, he's supposed to clasp it, trying to clasp the Medal of Honor to Major Nicholas Dockery. He doesn't know how to do it, so then he tries to tie it. And as Aaron Rupar says, I've seen people tie bandanas on dogs with more dignity than this. And as this other account says, today, and imagine the media meltdown if Joe Biden struggled with his fine motor skills while struggling to affix a medal around the neck of a member of the military. This would be analyzed like the Zapruder film as evidence of his physical decline. But Trump, different rules, but not different rules on the MeidasTouch network. I want you to watch this full video. Please watch the full video so you can see exactly what's going down. Let's play it. And also, why are you not getting the right size? Why are you making the Medal of Honor look like a dog collar? And I've seen them do this before. It's supposed to be a little looser than that. What do you do? It looks like it's choking the person. Then Donald Trump presents the Medal of Honor to Major James Capers. Play this clip. Then Donald Trump runs away from the press, as I showed you before, and he refused to answer any questions. I'll let you watch this for yourself right here. Let's play it.
Mr. President, Iran's supreme leader says he supports negotiations.
Now, I just want to contrast that to the speech by former President Obama, so you can see what a real leader is supposed to sound like. Let's play it.
To pursue our own version of happiness and able to determine our collective fate through an elected representative government. It had not been done. And because it hadn't been done before, the success of this experiment was never a given. In forming our union, the founders fell terribly short of the Declaration's promise, leaving slavery intact, allowing states to restrict the franchise to white men who own property, But in drafting a Constitution and a Bill of Rights, they did have the foresight, the genius, to provide us with a framework that allows each generation to make our union more perfect. And over more than 2 centuries, through petitions and protests, marches and strikes, moral appeals from the pulpit, and conversations at the family dinner table, men and women from all walks of life, of every color, every faith, every region, took up the cause of democracy and made it their own, until we, the people, came to include not just some of us, but all of us.
And I'll share with you what former First Lady Michelle Obama had to say. Let's play it.
That's where the truth of this country lies. Not in grabbing as much as we can get for ourselves or knocking folks down to prop ourselves up, but in the overwhelming goodness, the relentless striving, the quiet dignity that is inside all of us. Our greatest hope is that this center can reflect back just a fraction of that light, that it can capture the beauty of who we all are, no matter what we look like, or where we come from, or how much money we earn, or how we pray, or vote, or speak, or love. It's why during our administration, we threw open the White House doors to all sorts of folks who don't usually get to meet the president or first lady.
And so no wonder Donald Trump's approval right now is at an all-time low in presidential history, as Harry Enton explains using a state regime media Fox poll. Let's show it to you.
The American people are going, what was the point of all of that? What was the point of all that? Because the American people hate it. And the way you can know that they hate it, just take a look. Trump's net approval ratings hits lows for Fox poll, and this is Fox polls. In May, he had his lowest ever rating at minus 22 points. You come into the poll that was released last night, the second lowest ever, 1 point better at minus 21 points, way underwater. And with independents, I know you love when I point out the independents, Johnny B, 55 points underwater. I mean, my goodness gracious, this was a political disaster. No wonder the president wants to move on from it.
He said he didn't want to be Herbert Hoover.
Yeah.
It may be that voters were already looking at him like that, in a manner of speaking. What about on inflation, which may be driving some of these numbers and directly related to the war with Iran?
Yeah, you know, you mentioned Herbert Hoover, the economy, right? That sunk his presidency. Inflation is what is sinking Donald Trump's presidency to all-time lows, at least according to Fox, because just take a look here. Look at Ipsos polling. Trump's net approval rating on inflation. Pre-Iran war, it was bad, right? It was 33 points underwater. But then look in the past month, the average, according to the Ipsos polling, look at that, 51 points underwater. There was no president ever before that had any poll in which he was 50 points underwater on inflation or worse. And the average of the Ipsos polling over the last month was 51 points underwater on inflation. The Iran war absolutely drove Trump to new lows on the issue that got him reelected in the first place, inflation.
There you have it, folks. Let me know what you think. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 7 million subscribers. Thanks for watching, everybody. Want to stay plugged in? Become a subscriber to our Substack at MeidasPlus.com. You'll get daily recaps from Ron Filipkowski, ad-free episodes of our podcast, and more exclusive content only available at MeidasPlus.com.